PinRepair.com. We're going to talk about the repair of yet another classic and very unusual arcade game. This game happens to be from 1983 and is made by a company out of the United Kingdom, UK, called ElectroTechnics. And it's a classic Western gun shooter, you against the machine style game. Now you may hear a slight hum in the background, and what that is a compressor, because this game works using air cylinders to open the doors, to bring the gunslinger's arm up, and to move his face. His face actually has a mechanical mouth movement that corresponds to a endless loop tape that's mounted in the pedestal here. And now I'm going to show you how the game works first and how it plays, and then we'll go through what was needed to do to repair the game. And I can do that obviously with the compressor off. But I want to show you the game. It keeps score on the pedestal. There's an LED that goes up and tells you how fast you're drawing, and you get more points the faster you shoot. And the way it handles that is in here there's a flash tube, and you can hear the cheat light go off because I pulled the gun out of the holster when I'm not supposed to, and it says cheat, and it beeps at you. But anyway, so let me play a game and I'll show you. So I'll drop the quarter and open the door.
You think you're a fast drawer? How do you like 3 eyes and not be able to see? Because I'm just about the guy to do it. Put the gun in the holster. When I say draw, draw. Okay, dude. Draw. You got me up. Okay, smart ass, have another go. Draw. You're not with me, Curly, you got me. You're a bum steer, have another try. Draw. God done, you weren't even close. Load up, bum, and try again. Draw. You just plugged my passion. Move on out, you scrawny cowpoke. This town ain't big enough for both of us.
So here's the back of the game, and here's the airlines, and each one of these solenoids, like this controls the arm, this one controls the head, this opens the door, this closes the door, and then obviously the speaker is using a little compressor, and it's got a little meter on it. It should be running at about 60 pounds, and this just mounts in the back here, and that's what powers the game. As long as the game's on, the compressor is on, which is kind of a weak point in this thing, but that's kind of how it works. You could alternatively hook this up to a compressor with an air tank, which I think would be a lot better. That way the compressor isn't running all the time. Here is the man with his mask removed. Here's his head. You can see this is how he talks. He's got like a little air cylinder that makes him talk. And then he's got another air cylinder that makes his head go up and down. And then he's got another air cylinder that controls his arm. And that's how he raises his arm. He kind of looks like the Terminator when he doesn't have all his clothing on. And then there's this little board too that has a photocell. This is how it tells if it's been hit or not, using this little photocell on this board, which is mounted right in the middle of his chest. Now let's look at the pedestal, which is where all the guts of the game is. For instance, if I take the coin box off, down here is the sound amplifiers, the transformer and the rectifier board, and the light boards. Put that back, lock her up, but the main guts of it is under here. So here's the main board, and here's the little analog to digital converter for the mouth. You can see that there's no absolutely no CPU on this. This is all run on CMOS, 12-volt CMOS chips. The tape is actually a 4-track endless loop 6-minute cassette. So what happens is one track has his audio, and then the left channel is like the hit and the miss speech. If you get a miss, it plays the left channel. If you hit a hit, it plays the right channel. And then on another track is like some sound that's interpreted by this board, so it knows when you're going to draw or when the game is over or when the tape starts. Because what happens is when you turn the machine on, there's like a 2-minute warm-up period while the machine actually goes through the tape, spins it around, and tries to find the beginning of the tape. And then the ready light, which is this middle light here, will come on. So you can't play the game until you turn it on and it goes through this, depending on where the game was shut off. And then it goes through and tries to find the beginning of the tape. And while it's doing that, interestingly, the guy's face will be moving. Because what's happening is it mutes the amplifier, and it's basically the game's playing itself, trying to find the beginning of the tape. So his mouth is moving until you hit that ready light. It's pretty interesting how the thing boots up and how the whole thing is done with a handful of CMOS chips without any sort of CPU, and how it interfaces to this cassette tape deck. And what happens is when it starts a game, it pulls in the tape heads, and if you lift the gun out of the holster prematurely, you can see that there's a switch right here that's the cheat light, and you hear it go beep, beep, beep for cheat, and then it'll also disengage the head, so it kind of instantly stops the tape right where it was if you try and cheat. So anyways, that's the ElectroTechnics Gun Slinger.
You sure like a big girl. See you around.